Hello my dear friends, welcome back to the next video of of the tail of the previous video. So it's the sixth part of React Native tutorial. In this we are going to create the login, because in the last video we have created a sign up functionality, but we have not tested it. So we'll test in this function. We will create a loader itself, and we'll create an inner page also. So after login, the user will go inside that page and he can do whatever stuff, whatever the application allows him to do. So yeah, let's get started. And first of all, what we have to create, yeah, this file is done. We will create a new component we should create, or let's create a component which will be a loader component. So new file, let's give it a name loader.js. And what, yeah, so do we have anything which is common for something? Login, yeah, so we have not refactored login. We'll copy this code of login and we'll paste inside our loader. We'll remove all this non-required styles. Logo and form is not required, style sheet is required, text view is required, status bar not required, and touchable opacity is not required. And what else? Actions is also not required, so we'll remove this also. And I will change the name to LOADR loader. Action.signup is not required, view is required, and background color can be what should be the color? RGBA, which will become as a string. So the color of the background of this will be 000, which is a black color, and we will provide some opacity. So 0.4 will be the opacity. Instead of flex one, all these things, what we have to do? Position absolute abso ab, so LUT absolute. And anything else? Position absolute width, we'll give it 100% so that it will cover the full screen. And IGST height 100% again, so it will cover the full screen. And let's check if this is working. For checking it, we'll simply import it inside our sign up page. Import loader from step back compo components / loader, and we'll paste this loader inside our view, not this view, sorry, inside our view. So it's a component. It will go like this, and we'll refresh the application so that RGBA is not defined, which is this, which is true, and this RGBA will be a string. That is the reason we got the error. And yeah, so you see some dark is there. If I give it 6, it will be more dark. Yeah, so this is fine, and I think we are able to do, yeah. So this is one issue. We'll fix it by giving it some z index so that it will come above everything. And now we will reload the application, and yeah, so that's how we create a loader background. Now we have to create a loader. For that we have a sync guide is there. I don't want guide. Docs API internet is not working, not a problem. So the name of that is indicator. Some indicator is there. Let me do something for the internet. My personal one is working or not. Port, and we'll see, or do one. Let me create a new file. I have already used it, but since I don't remember the name and spelling properly, that is one of my drawbacks. So birthday and client, yes, components loader, yeah, async indicator, this is what the name is. So we'll use that async indicator, here, and we'll pass this async indicator as this, and we will see what is happening. So here you see the loader is there. Now we want to give it a color, so I think the color will work. Hash fff. Let me check. Color is fine. Now it is very small, so we'll give it some size also, and size will take a string large, and I think this will work. Application crashed. I don't know if it will work or not. It is not working. We'll remove it. Close app. Don't crash again, my dear. It is crashing. Let's check everything is fine here. Everything is fine here itself. We'll rebuild the application. Oh no, it does not start. React Native run Android. So I'll wait till my internet comes, because we can give it size also. But let's find it from that one. I should have checked it properly before closing it. So the loader is here. Color size is large, which is correct. Which I did was right. So I'll minimize it so that we can get a reference. Close app. Build is, and it is not starting the server for us. We'll do manually. We'll reload the app, and it is done, I guess. It is done, but does it have some errors? It does not have. So we'll check again, debug JS remotely, and then we will start again. It is 2:20 by the night. Okay, console is clear yet. Oh my god. Yeah, so here it is. Now it is on the top. We have to bring it in the middle. So for that we have justified content. It is already in the center, means horizontally. We'll have to make it vertically center. So ALIGN align items center. I think this will work. Let's check. My god, I'm getting a lot of issues, man. It is not working, so it means justify content is there. Justify content, it will bring it in the center. We'll do custom reload instead of clicking the R. Yeah, so now the rudder is the loader is ready, but the opacity is too less, so we'll keep 4. And yeah, and this loader should come once we will dispatch the action, which is the create user loading. So what it does is it will go inside our authored user, and it will return this is loading true, which we are getting from create user. And how to use it, we'll go inside the sign up page. Sorry. And then the second function, which is map dispatch to props, we have a other function. The name of that function is map state to props, props. It will take one parameter as state, and it returns an object, so we can directly return an object. And the object will be, first of all, we'll say create create user will be state dot auth reducer dot create user. First things first, or instead of this user created, let's write the name is properly, user created user created, create user success, or let it be like that, man. Don't need not to change anything. Create user dot is loading. So we will get this from props. Here we'll get it, then we have to use it here, somewhere here. So if create user dot is loading, and then we have to show the loader, otherwise we need not to show the loader. First things first. Okay, so when this will be true, then it will show the user, so sorry, loader. If this is false, then it will remove the loader from here. Second thing is, once the user has been created, he should be logged in. He should be going inside the application. Okay, this page should be, this sign up page should not be there. So for that we have to create a flag which is logged in. We'll create inside this itself logged logged in, which is by default false by the time of loading. At the time of success it will become true, and here also it will become, sorry, uh, here also it will become false. Okay, and one more function, one more reducer we have to create, which is a user reducer. So we'll create that also, user dot reducer dot js. I think we are fine, and then we will take this one, combine reducer, from here we'll take here. Then we will create a function which is export is required, I don't think so. Yeah, cnst const user details details details. User details will be the function which will have the state, which will be empty, and then act action, yeah, it will be a function. And then again switch case, expression will be action dot type, case will be get uscr, user loading. First this, second case will be, okay, let's return something. Return an object. Okay, second case, we'll create the cases first. Get user success success, and then third will be get user fail, fail. Okay, so now we'll start refactoring. Here user details, get user details, instead of this make it get user. Okay, and then here will be is loading, become true, is error will be false, then is success will be false, and user details will be, what should be, should be null. Okay, same case, we'll copy here, we'll paste here. Loading will become false, his error will become false, his success become true, and user details will become act action dot payload. Similarly, we'll copy this here, we'll pass it here. Okay, we'll do some indentation so that it will become easy to read. His error will become true, true, his success will become false, and yeah, sorry, here user details, errors will become null, here also error will be null, and here errors will be action.payload, this will be null, this will be action.payload. Sorry. and in the default case also we have to return the state. Return state. That's it. That's it. And then we have to export default what combined reducers, because if some more reducer if we want to create related to the user, then we can create it here. Get user. Okay. Okay. And then what we have to do, get user, yeah, we have to import it inside our all the reducers, which is here. So we'll name it user user from where user dot reducer reducer. Okay. Okay, now inside our action, here we are dispatching created user equal to create user success. One more dispatch we have to make for create user. Instead of create, make get user success, and in the response.token we will pass response body. So here response body will go, instead of token we will make it pay LOAD payload. Here for error payload is there, token is there, everything is fine. User action.payload is there, and yeah, so this is absolutely fine. Auth reducer is also absolutely fine. What else we have to do? We have a main function, and yeah, so this is the routes. We have to map it. We'll have to create a new file. Yeah, so the name will be profile.js. Profile.js. We'll copy some codes. We'll paste some codes. Change the name. profile. Actions is not required. These forms are not required. Touchable opacity status bar is definitely not required. Action dot this is also not required. These many styles are not required. Login form not required. View sign up text. Okay, we'll remove it from here, and we'll simply use a text. Text 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 here. This is a profile page. We'll give it some style equal to styles dot some text style, man. We can give it anything, and then we'll go here, we'll give it color should be #FFF, and font size should be 18 as of now, and I think I'm good. Then we'll go and we'll pass a is logged in props. logged in is logged in, and this props we have to pass it. So here this dot props dot is logged in, and this props we will get from auth reducer. So this connect is null. You have to make map state to props ps props will be a state. It will return something which is an object, and then we have to map it here, and I think for sign up also we have to map it somewhere, which we have not done. So here we have to map it here. See, I forgot it there. And then here is logged in. We will get from state dot auth reducer dot create user. So let's take create user dot is logged in. We'll check like this. So we'll copy this, and we'll do const create user. We'll get it from this dot props. We got it, and yeah, so this dot props dot if this dot props dot create user is true is there, then Of course this is there, so just pass it dot is logged in. So is logged in can be true or false or undefined. So if it is false or undefined, then it will work in the routes also. It should not throw an error. So let's check if this convention works. So we'll go inside our routes, and so we have two routes only, sign up, and so this will be the root route or auth route, you can give the name, and this route will be the app route, and here we have to give it name PROFILE profile. Here title is not required because we are not using anywhere, so that is fine. Here also title is not required. Here, was it the title? Acha, it was a title, so let it initial 2 because we'll do again, and instead of stack we'll make it scene. The difference between the stack and scene you can go and study somewhere on the React Native Router Flux, and then we'll create a scene, scene, and then we have to pass all our scenes inside the parent scene because one scene is required. Okay, now give it a name app. Hide now by true. This is true. Instead of login, we have to import our profile component. Import profile from pages /profile. Okay, and then we have to pass it inside of this. So profile has been mapped. Sorry. And this is 1. This is 2. Yeah. So initial. This will also take an initial, and this will also take an initial. So instead of true, we can make it this dot props dot is logged in, and not. If it is not logged in, then we have to use all these scenes, which is sign up and login. It should go there, and if it is logged in, so if it is true there, then we'll load the first scene which it gets from here. So we are passing profile here, so it will take the profile and it will load it here. So yeah, I have to remove this not from here, and I think we are done. Yeah, we'll refresh it, and let's check, and let's cross the fingers. Nothing should break. Concat issue, some issues there. So for that we'll see what is the problem. Return we have used 2 times. Get user success. So we'll check our reducer. Return here. That is a mistake. Here one more mistake. We fix the mistake. Reload the app. Okay, requiring unknown module something. Okay, if some error comes, rebuild the app. How much time it will take? And Metro bundler. Yeah, so now we have to install the Metro bundler. npm str start and reload the app. What is the this is the problem with this React Native new version. Every time we have to do something. The app does not export. Connected to debugger. Yes, debugger connected properly. This yellow box came, it means there is no errors, everything is working fine. Now we'll give it some proper name. So we'll give my name, which is Vineet. Email can be VIN, but not VINET 1 2 3@gmail.com. Password can be 12345678. Sign up, and the loader came, and the loader gone, and the loader gone, but we did not make ourselves to the application because I think we do not have something about here. Is loading is there, is logged in false, is logged in true, spelling is correct or not. Let me check. Where is the sign up? Create user. We'll go inside our main, then we'll check this one. Okay, so this is small icon, that's one mistake. We'll refresh the application, and I think it is not storing the data in the local async storage, so we'll check why it is not storing. Okay, we have done auth reducer as whitelist, so it should store, but it is not storing. We'll see again. We'll create a new user. I think I have refreshed the application or not. I forget a lot of stuffs. Yeah. So there we go, and I think we have used let's add a log here also. I should do all these things, but I don't do. Rebuilding again. Now we'll create a new user beneath 09@gmail.com 12345678. False, 2 times false, and the loader is keep running. Why? Because I'm not getting any API. Okay, so the user has been created, but is logged in is false. And why it is false? User reducer is logged. Get user success. Name create user is logged in. Auth reducer, create user success is there, so is logged in should be true, but it is false because is loading is getting false. Token is getting this token. Is error is false. Its success is true. Is loading is false. Oh my god, so there is some bug in the application that we have to find out why it is happening. Okay, so simply log the create user. Instead of giving it properly, we'll give it like this because it will be same sometime. Is loading true, token null, error false, success false. I think oh my god, I think this problem is because is error true. Okay, is error true. The error is because the IP address has been changed because I did not connect it to the internet, and I guess this is also fine. So I will connect to the one which I was connected back then. We'll check the IP address. So this is one mistake that happens all the time. So you have to be more what do you say, updated. So I think yeah, now it is fine. Now some name, sign up is loading, is error, user DB validation failed, password path it's shorter. Okay, we give some name properly this time. Password, we have given a long password, and then you go. This is a profile page. So now user has been logged in inside the application. The next thing which we have to do is so we have to throw the error if it is success or not, first thing. And then second thing is, now we will create a login sorry, login functionality. So this functionality has been done. Sign up, we will close it. Loader, let's close the loader also. Authentication.js, this is required, main is not required. Auth reducer is required. Profile, we'll see later. And then this is not required. Yeah. So once the user has been created, we'll go inside our pages, we'll go inside our login, we'll copy some of the stuffs. Create user, on submit, render, at least these things we will copy from there. We'll paste inside our sign up. Okay, instead of create login user, we'll copy this, we'll do here, we'll comment this line for now. This is perfectly fine. Logo, instead of form, we will go inside our sign up. We will take two fields, which is email and password. And we will take this touch opacity also. We'll take from there. We'll remove the form and we'll add it here. And one more thing, as you see, if I refresh the application, it will be always on this page. Command M, load. It will always be on this profile page. So we'll add a logout button. Will log out, because why it is, because the token has been stored in the async storage. And yeah, and that logged in is also in the async storage, which is true as of now. So yeah, email is here, password is here. The function is not connected with redux, and redux form is also not integrated. So I'll copy this one here, simply paste it here. We'll change the name to the name which it has taken already, which is login. We'll give it login. Instead of register, this form name should be login. Map dispatch to props is not there, and let's let it be there. And we'll copy all those things also. And we'll copy this, and we'll copy this here. We'll cut all these styles from here and we'll paste it above the class, which is here. What else we have to do? Login is there, validate functions. Sorry. So we'll copy this. Yeah, the proper validations we can do, or you can also do, man. That is simple. So suppose if this is not there, then you can use else if values, name dot values dot length should be greater than 0 or something like that. You can do else if also. So those validations I think you guys can handle. What else I have to copy? Create is done, dispatch is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. Yeah, now I will add a logout button. Where should I add the logout button? Inside the profile page, and the button I will copy from this page, which is touchable opacity. I will paste it beside beyond. There was a press this dot logout user beneath under. I just remembered those words which I had to speak at that time. That happens a lot of time with me. And here instead of this, we'll log out. Should I write? Style is not there. Compose is not defined. Very good. Compose is not defined. So yeah, these two things we have to import also from the sign up to the login. Not here, man. After this also. After this only. And then what else, styles button and all we have to copy and paste. So the buttons are where it is, button and button text, copy from here, we'll copy inside the profile and we'll copy inside the login as well, so that it should render properly. Profile redux form is not defined, very nice. I do a lot of mistakes. This also will copy here. What else, bro? Tell me what else. Yeah, once more reload so that the button will come properly. Yeah, now we have a logout button. On click of this we have to log out the user. So for this what we have to do, again dispatch the option. Okay, so we have to make it okay container class so that we can dispatch the action properly. Compose will go here. We don't need compose here, we don't need redux form here, we simply need the connect, and we don't need this comma. Export default connect, and then this profile page will be profile, which will go here. What else? Just copy and cut paste, some cutting pasting. Then these two functions which are not dispatched to props. Then instead of this we will get user reducer dot get user, and we have to store the user. So for that we will go inside our this whitelist. Whitelist will be the name of the reducer. So for that the name of the reducer is user reducer, and we have to pass this reducer here also, otherwise it will not store the data. And now simply like this. So silly mistakes which I'm doing. And yeah, so the profile is ready. Now just reload once again, so that if any error comes we'll find connect is not even, yeah, that is why I wanted to reload it. So we'll copy the connect function from there to, which is the file, this is the file. Reload again, don't give me any error, working properly fine. We go inside our auth actions, create user is done. Now we create a new export const logout user user equal to function. We'll do this and just hold for a second. Till then I'll connect my charger because the battery is about to die and the system is about to close. So the charger has been connected, and then yeah, so it will ret and return. It will return a function which is dispatch dispatch. Dispatch will be this. Yeah, again try block, catch block. Finally we will remove because we don't require. Then fetch API const respo response equal to await await fetch API, and since we are using await, so async we have to use, and then the route will be user slash logout logout, and I think method will be delete. Then status body is null. Status is status code 200, and what else we have to check? Service will go here. Okay, what URL method body status code is 200, and for logout we have to pass the token also, so we'll pass the token here, token, and we will get this token from our auth reducer, and we can access the auth reducer from here, which is a get state. So const state equal to get state, which is a function. Now we got the state here, and now we get const auth reducer from state, and then from the auth reducer we will take out TOKN token, and we have to pass this token here, and instead we'll log this token also, so that if any error is there. Okay, and now we will check if yeah, we'll do if response dot success success. Then I think it will not go to the success, but still we will dispatch an action. So this will be the dispatch, and dispatch will be user log hello gg ed logged out success logged out success, and user logged out success. And let's do it here itself, and we'll check the response. Then we will create all those loading and fail stuff you can handle, guys. So I will not do that one. In logout user we will go and import inside our profile page. So import logout from where one step up act actions slash auth dot act actions, and I think we have to pass this inside our logout user. So this dot props dot dispatch, and here we have to pass this. What else we can do? Dispatch we are getting from here, everything is fine. Get user we are not storing anywhere though, that is why we cannot access it. And let's do, okay, refresh. Logout user is read only. What the fuck? Which logout user you are talking about, man? Okay, I'll save this one and reload again. I think our logout user is read only. We'll go here, not here, actions. Yeah, man. Logout user is read only. Export const create new user, export const logout user, it goes here, it returns async dispatch, and then const get state try with this. We'll see log e if any error is there. Logout user is read only. But which logout user it is talking about? We'll go in the profile, this.props.dispatch. Dispatch is fine. Functions are also read only. Oh my god. So we are doing all the wrong stuffs in the render function. That was a big mistake. And then we will go open our console and we'll check. And this is the time where I told you we have to use tweak syntax error, unexpected end of JSON input, error is not defined first of all. So auth.actions here 47, error is not defined. Okay, error body where have you? Okay, so let's do once again. I think we got some issues. Response payload success type payload is not required actually, and user logged out success. This also we have not created anywhere. So to reducer auth reducer, this is what create reducer. So okay, create reducer user logged out success. Where should we print now? This is all these is loading and everything will go inside a create reducer, create user. So oh, user logged out success. I think we should do somewhere here. User logged out success. Where it is? I forgot the name. User logged out success. We'll go inside our auth reducer. We'll keep this. Loading false, token null, error, false, success false, errors equal to null, and is logged in is equal to false. Yeah. So this case we have to handle multiple times. Yeah. So for login also we have to handle this user logged out success, and we will try to refactor this reducer sometimes in the future. Okay, and now if we load the application, I think this time it will go to the logout only, and there you see it came to this one because is logged out become is logged in become false, and then you see unexpected error is there, is logged in false, token is there, error main. Okay, that is fine. Okay, is loading false, token is error false, is success false, that is also fine. But why I have not get because that error comes, no, that is the reason. So I'll show you again once again where is the error. So we'll go inside the API function, and there is a response here. So I will show you response here, and one more response we can check. Result we can log here. If we can log, then we'll see. Okay, then we'll refresh the application. Logout function is working fine. We have to implement the login itself. So I'll log in something like email validation is not done yet. We'll do it later. So response is 200. Everything is fine. I simply remove this thing. Logged out. I'll click on this button. Logged out, and you see response is status 400 1401 and unexpected end of change input. Okay, now we will see why this one is 10401. We'll go inside this, and I think we do not have token, that is why the token is undefined here. So we will check what is the state instead of token, so that we will get some idea. Sign up, token is there, then log out, state is undefined. What the fuck, state is undefined. Get state, dispatch const get state. Is it not state is undefined? Now we have to check why this state is becoming undefined, because state should not be undefined all the time. Okay, we'll copy, comment it out, and then we will see why it is happening. It has, oh my god, sign up, everything is fine, it's logged in, log out. My auth actions 39. It is still token. What the fuck, man? The application is not re-rendering or what? Do we have any errors? No errors. Sorry guys, sorry for this mess up stuff. We'll go sign up. This profile is ready. We'll go here, click on this button, Yeah, so we have auth reducer. Okay, so now we have create user. Inside that we have a token. That is the reason why it was failing. So now here we have a create user, and then we have a location token. So now we will use this token here. We'll save this and we'll see if we are right or wrong. And reload. Some storage has been extracted, and I clicked on this logout button, and I think still some error is there. Why? Token is undefined again. Console clear. I think so. Console is clear. Is logged in response. Create user. Okay, it should not go like this. It should go like this. My mistake. My destructuring problem. What to do? Okay, we'll refresh this. And now see, the token is there, status is 200, and then this you got this error, unexpected u or in JSON at position 0. So this we have to fix in the next tutorial, because this tutorial has gone long, and I have to implement the login itself. So I simply copy this from here till here, and what else we can do? Login user, oh sorry, login user loading, copy this, paste this, paste this. Oh no. Login user loading, login user success, get user success. That is fine. Throw error, create user fail. So instead of this, login user fail. Okay, here will be login, paste, payload 200. Everything is fine. I think so. I think so. Yeah. And then inside our reducer, auth reducer. So we have this create user loading, create user success, is logged in, create user. So copy this. We are copying and pasting. We will refactor this in the next tutorial. Simply I just want to let you know. Login. We should not copy these things. Please use user logged out successfully. That is fine. Login user. So now the token is with user, create user, and login user. The token is at two places, with this user and this user. We have two tokens, and we have to store it in a single place. The create user. Okay, so what we have to do, the refactoring part is const store store auth data. We have to create a store auth data, and this will be again state.actions, and the rest part which we are not doing here, which is logged in and token, will store inside the store auth data instead of storing inside here. That we will see in the next video definitely, but since till then at least I should implement the login user functionality and go here. I will go inside this, then import import login user from there, act actions / auth start cd actions, and I think I'm fine. Login user, it takes a payload, so it will go here. Instead of create user, login user, the user will pass it, and then we will go login user loading, login user success, create user, login user fail, everything is fine, I think so. And then yeah, we'll refresh the app, reload, we'll go to the sign in page, handle submit is not defined, we'll go inside our sign up and we'll copy and paste that prop, which will go inside our login form. Yeah, it will go here. This create user should not go here, so I'll let it be like this, otherwise it will get the error. And we'll go to input text is not defined, again some other mistake. Input text is not defined, loader is also not there, so we'll see loader, input text. We'll first try to log in the user. I did so many things from here and there, it would become complicated to you. I have one user which is vineet@gmail.com and the password is 1234567 8, and refresh, sign up. The name, text name is wrong, 200. Yeah, so the sign up is 200, and why it did not redirected to the profile page is because inside our this what do you say, inside our reducer, now this is logged in is with login user, and in the main function we are getting this is logged in from the create user. So now this is logged in should come from an object which should be common for both this create and this one, what you say, create and login, create user and login, sign up and login. So that refactoring we will do in the next video, and that refactoring will go inside here, from where which this token, this is login, we will cut it from out, cut out from here, and we'll store auth data from here, auth data details. Okay, we paste it here. So instead of when we will do create user or when we will do login user, in both the cases these token and is login will be storing inside this, and from there we will access it. Till then, take care, bye bye. Subscribe, like, comment, compliment, ask me questions, let me know what else you want to know. Okay.